everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the Joffice. We have a few cool things to tell you about this week for UFS. We have the League Kits, is what we're calling them right now, that you'll see the proofs of in this video. The cool thing about these kits is you can get your store to stock these, and you will get one of all of the cards that were not printed for Platinum, plus a few special surprise cards in there, and a few eroded reprint cards. So check this out. It comes in an awesome tuck box, like storage box with dividers that have all of the resource symbols on them. So be sure to check that out. It will be coming out soon. We'll have announcements of the actual release for that shortly. Otherwise, welcome to this week's episode of the Joffice.
Hello everybody, Shane here, and I want to talk to you about the redemption program. So Jasco Games has a little thing that they do to give players more bang for their buck, and that is the redemption program. So on the back of every UFS pack that was printed by Jasco Games, there is a little redemption skull on the back. So there's a Bebop pack, the redemption skull's there. It's on the Street Fighter pack, the Blood Omen pack. It's on every single pack that Jasco Games has produced, even their first set, Red Horizon. See the redemption skulls on the back. So what these skulls are, you can mail in the booster pack wrappers, and you can get promo cards for those wrappers. The full details can be found on jascogames.com/redemption. There is an entire list of cards and their point values and how many packs it takes to redeem for that card. Some cards cost as low as 10. Most cards cost about 40, and then there's one that costs 300. So, and there's also play mats that you can get as well. So I've been doing redemption for ever since I started at Jasco Games. So about 4 years now, I have been doing all of the redemption orders. So I get to see what everybody redeems their packs for. So this week we had a total of 3 people who sent in redemption packs. And the first person is Sean, and he redeemed 100 packs for 2 Revoke. Now the next person, we have Matthew, who redeemed 200 packs for 4 Revoke. Next person, we had Gabriel, who sent in 350 packs for 7 Revoke. So this is by far our most popular redemption item. But there are more cards on redemption that you may want to check out. So again, the link is jascogames.com/redemption.
Hey y'all, Sean Canada here, taking a break from catching up on all the emails that I got after the weekend of playtesting. And all jokes aside, yes, we do playtest, so there is that. But it's got a few things to talk about. The first small thing is that just a little addition to our Facebook page. On Mondays, I kind of look forward to the weekly event post, just a brief some listing of all the upcoming UFS events. So that way, it's just something a little handy. You can see, what either Premier Store event, PTC, or even like a demo event is going on in your area. Kind of look at that. We will be, or by the time you see this, we should have our PTC application up on the website. We do want to get that figured out, so obviously if you want a PTC at your local store, or if you are a store that wants to host a PTC, please fill out the application, and we will be scheduling those as soon as possible. So we've been working on getting out the October organized play weekly prize support for stores. We are working on a new way to register that's more efficient, and including that, Scouts will be excited because they will also be starting to receive their weekly price or monthly price support with that. Definitely wanted to get that going. And then other than that, I just gotta give a highlight to a few events this week. Got some Premier Store events. This one about time you see this probably already happened, but Games Galore in Reno has a Premier Store event on Thursday. Hopefully had a good attendance. Then on the weekend, starting these will be all on Saturday the 22nd in Arizona, in Tempe, Arizona, at Showtime Cards and Games. Have a Premier Store event. Also at Top Cut Comics in Rockford, Illinois. I believe they are having a special no terrain event because they're having a death match or some sorts. I will have to read up on the rules, but it sounds very fun. In Louisiana, we have one at Showcase Comic Books and Collectibles in Slidell, Louisiana. And Canadians, I mean, it's the start of hockey season, but that's not the only thing to be excited about, because we do have a Premier Store event in Vancouver at Magic Stronghold Games. So check that out if you're in the Pacific Northwest area. And also across the pond in the UK, we have a Premier Store event at Max XP Gaming in Glasgow, Scotland. So those will be the upcoming events for the week. And time to check those emails again.
In the arms of the angel. Hey everybody, it's me, Luke Butler. I know I'm in the wrong desk today, but I'm just letting you know that JT has moved from Las Vegas to a different city. But don't worry, he's still on the Jasco team. He's just now a virtual team member. And expect to see future Joffice episodes from him recording on site at his location. So I'm looking forward to that. Get some fresh new scenery here in the Joffice, so it's going to be an exciting time. Me personally, I've been doing a lot of the same stuff that I've been doing in past Joffice episodes. Paperwork, making sure we hit our deadlines, and as Sean Candy was talking about, a lot of play testing. So, look forward to seeing you guys on the next Joffice and at Nationals.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome to Suggestion Box Corner. If you were watching last week, you will have heard that we went through several suggestions from the Gen Con time to catch back up, and we had a lot of licensing suggestions. Well, now I'm on to newer suggestions from the Suggestion Box. We have some here, and I have more licenses that are requested, so I'm just going to shoot through these, and I think this might be just the way I do things moving forward. So we have 2 requests for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, one for BlazBlue, and one for Monster Hunter, with a lot of detail on a Monster Hunter game that they would appreciate that we do. I do have some notes on Monster Hunter. I have talked to Capcom about Monster Hunter in the past, and their director currently doesn't really want to do anything with board games. That may change in the future. But currently, I think that's off the table, at least for us. There might be another licensing partner that could do something with Monster Hunter, but I know right now they're focusing on the video game development and don't really have time to do approvals and licensing and a whole lot of that for Monster Hunter, at least not for another game. We have another non-licensing related suggestion. This is for the UTS miniatures game for Street Fighter. We have a suggestion to sell the miniatures separately. Now, this is something we actually are not licensed to do. We cannot sell the miniatures separately because they have to be a clear game component. Otherwise, we would have to have a toy license. So we don't have the license to sell individual game pieces unless they are clearly for the game. So if we sold the miniatures separately, it would have to be exactly how we did it with the expansion boxes for like Street Fighter 4 or Street Fighter 5 or all the expansions where we had the 4 character packs. That's the closest we can get because they have to come with their deck and have game components built in to be able to sell them with under our license. So that wraps up this week's suggestion box. We'll see you next week, and thank you for watching the Joffice.
Get Lady Gaga. You can play as Lady Gaga.
It goes everywhere. I look like a hobo.
No, see, you just